Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Wellness Week, which is brought to you by the School of Personal Excellence. Today is the last but not the least, day 6 of conversation with an expert, and she's an amazing person, very good friend. And let me introduce you to Mallika Rao. Mallika is a life coach and a mindfulness speaker. She's also a Vipassana and Tai Chi practitioner. She comes with 16 years of experience in various psychological and spiritual modalities. Right? Malika is a philanthropist. She is the founder of the NGO project Annapurna that serves food to thousands of less fortunate people. Wow, I'm so privileged that I have such good friends who contribute to the society. Welcome, Malika, to this Wellness Week.
Thank you so much, Kumar. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And yes, my first question to you today is, what is your take on this current state of affairs with COVID-19 and lockdown?
You see, life is no more as we knew it a few weeks back, right? And we have been so busy in the fast lane that busyness has been normal in our life. And suddenly there is a slowdown. And it is difficult to catch up. And now that we are all more than 2 weeks in lockdown, it is getting onto the nerves. And apart from that, when you look out, there is so much of negative information available there. There's so much of uncertainty, fear, anxiety. And now that you are restricted in 4 walls, there is frustration too, which is absolutely normal. So these are difficult times, but there is a flip side to it too. Because a lot of us, the working section, they might have dreamt of a day, a leisure day, where they have so much of time in hand that they could do whatever they want to do. Right? I'm sure everybody has dreamt of that day. So handed in an ugly package, but here it is. You do have the leisure that you always wanted to have, if you want to look at it that way. So now that we can't change a thing about coronavirus, except for staying home and being safe and doing whatever we can to contain this and make sure it does not spread, let's look at it positively and see that we have a good opportunity to make that shift, and we have time in hand.
Fantastic. Totally agree with you, Malika, and there's so many advantages. Today morning, I was talking to my friend who lives in Mumbai, and she's saying she has never seen this kind of day from last 23 years where she gets up in the morning at 5 o'clock and she keeps running for her work and all. But from March 11th, she's sitting at home spending time with family and all. So I completely understand what you meant.
Yes.
So the next question for you, which our viewers would love to know is, there is so much of fear, anxiety, and uncertainty. How can we survive this crisis?
That's a brilliant question. So now that we accept that these are the facts of life, now it is time to, it's very important to look at or bring awareness to our perspective, how we are actually looking at this situation. And in any situation, there are choices, right? We always have the choice. Absolutely. Whether you want to look it at as a punishment and you have nowhere to go and indulge in that negative information, negativity, or you want to look at the brighter side of it and see what you can possibly do to make this a positive turning point in your life. And once you shift your perspective, not only survive, you can actually thrive during this crisis. So it's not as easy as I have just said, but thankfully there are so many spiritual and psychological practices out there that can actually help you to thrive through these difficult times.
Absolutely. And I totally agree with you, Malika. And there's a lot of buzz going around about working out at home, practice meditation and yoga and all. But one word which keeps popping into my mind and which I want to ask you is, what is this mindfulness?
All right. See, Kumar, what we do is we actually classify all the moments into one unit, and we are not able to segregate it. Now, what happens is one bad thing that happens to you and your entire day is messed up, right? And then sometimes we're actually carrying this messed day on, and we're living for weeks and months together. And some of them are actually living those bad days even after many years of them passing by, right? So my question is, let's suppose you have 24 lakhs, right? And somebody takes 10,000 away from you. Will you give those 24 lakhs back to that person?
No.
No, right? But we do that with our time. If somebody comes and says something, does something for 10 minutes, and we take that forward and we actually think of it and mess our entire day with it. And some people are actually living with that 10 minutes their entire life. Years have passed, but we are still holding that. Those 10 minutes are still messing up these moments. So, mindfulness is actually becoming aware of every moment and treating every moment as unique, because this moment that we have right now is absolutely different. It has never been before, it will never be in future. Once you understand that uniqueness, then you will see the beauty of this moment. So mindfulness is actually living every moment with awareness and living up every moment 100%.
Interesting. So, to all the viewers who did not understand about mindfulness, I think she's an amazing mindfulness speaker. Please reach out to her on her personal window for any further questions. Thank you so much for answering what is mindfulness, Malika. So, the next question is, how is this mindfulness relevant in these times?
Actually, I think it is more relevant now than it has ever been. The great philosopher Lao Tzu once said that if you're living in the past, you're depressed. If you're living in the future, you're anxious. When you're living in this moment, you're at peace. So you see, most often than not, that we actually worry about all the things that have happened. Actually think of a time. If you're all silent and doing nothing and sitting there, either you're lost in the past or you're actually worried in the future.
Yes.
And neither of the places are actually good places to be. And you're losing the moment that where you can actually take the action, right? So mindfulness is simply being aware of this moment and knowing what is happening right now, okay, and being completely there, and enjoying the pleasant moment without hanging on to it, because it will change. Things will change is very inevitable. And also not holding up in fear that this will never change or this moment will never pass, because change is an inevitable thing. Everything changes, so this too shall pass. So my message is that there is a change which you're not used to, because coronavirus has come up so suddenly that we are not even prepared for it, right? But it is there. Just accept it and do whatever you can do in this present moment to enrich your life, and know in your heart that this is not going to be forever. Things are going to change, and few days later you will have to get back to your work, and things are going to be normal. It's going to be a new normal, but that's the whole point. So when you learn mindfulness, you will realize how to make the best use of this moment. And when you live this moment 100%, make the right choices, best choices for yourself, and repeat the same thing every moment, then you have lived a fantastic life. No regrets, right? Years down the lane, because you have done everything you wanted to do and you could have done. So I think mindfulness is an attitude. It is not just a practice. And when you apply it to every aspect of your life, you will see a profound difference in your level of happiness and peace.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for actually telling what is mindfulness and how it is relevant at these times. My last question for you is, please share with us some mindfulness tools, the tools to overcome these times of crisis.
Yes, I would love to. You see, whenever I hear or we spoke about spirituality, especially in India, they assign it to religion or a certain kind of ritual or concepts. Now, actually, that is a very limited way of looking at it. Spirituality is actually doing the inner work, understanding yourself, who you are, what is your purpose, where do you belong, and what makes you happy, what makes you sad. If I ask somebody, okay, tell me about yourself, who you are, actually there is a pause. People are not able to jump and say it right now. If I ask you what is today, Kumar, you will be able to say, okay, today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or whatever. Today is Friday. Okay, what is the date, Kumar? And you'll be able to answer. But the moment I say, who are you? What is Kumar? Then there is actually lag. So I urge the audience to use this time to explore themselves and do the inner work, drop within and understand yourself, for which one of the very, very effective tools is breath. In Vedas, we have pranayama. In yoga, we call it pranayama, which is basically the breath work that we do. And actually, if you see, breath is one element that keeps us connected to life, isn't it? Yes. And if you notice, when you're upset, angry, you actually observe your breath. It is either shallow or you're breathing fast. Breathing fast. Right. So, as per yoga, they say a true yogi's breath should not be felt from more than two fingers distance. Right. So that means it has to be that slow and that deep. And when you're breathing that way, what actually happens is it triggers your parasympathetic nervous system. Now, when you're stressed, when you're angry, your sympathetic nervous system is activated. That means there are certain chemical hormones that are released in your body, like cortisol and adrenaline. These are stress hormones, and hence your shortness of breath and so many other things that happen. Like you don't feel hungry, or you see that blood rushing in your head, and you're extra focused. You're more defensive because because your system believes you're in a survival. Right. Now, when you breathe slowly and deeply, your parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for your rest and digest states, is activated. Now, when this happens, that means your body now focuses all its energy in digesting the food and supplying enough oxygen to all the organs of your body, and then making it function at the optimum level. And this is actually the time where your body heals. We all know, right, that our body is a self-healing system, right? So for this to trigger, your breathing has to be absolutely calm and normal. Okay, I'm going to share with you and the viewers a small technique, a breathing technique called pranic breathing. Okay, pranic breathing. And we learn this in higher levels of meditation. So I do energy work as well. And in that, we are taught this. And this is the basic technique that we learn. Wow. So in pranic breathing, have you seen a baby? Yes. Have you seen a baby sleeping? Yeah. Okay. All right. So what happens? Have you noticed the stomach? How it goes? Yes. It goes up and down. Yeah. When you breathe, it goes up. When you exhale, it goes in. Right? Let's try that now. Okay. Now for this, I want you to do one more Zen practice, actually placing one hand on your heart and the other hand on your belly button. Okay. Okay. Now when we breathe in, the belly goes up, and when we breathe out, the belly goes in. All right. Now I suggest, if you want to, you may close your eyes as well, and I will guide you through this. Okay, let's do this. And to all the viewers, please do it. Yes, all the viewers, please practice with us. Okay, let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. You may open your eyes. Tell me, how do you feel?
Wow, I felt most of us, I mean, everybody, it just happened unconsciously. And when I actually closed my eyes and did this practice, it was so conscious. I could feel that breath going in and actually, probably, feeling good. I was really feeling good of inhaling and exhaling.
See, just doing it 3 times has calmed us down. Now imagine what happens when you do it 10 times. And it has been scientifically proven that just deep breathing alone for 10 times reactivates your parasympathetic nervous system. So next time you're fearful, you're upset, you're anxious, you're worried, you're angry, you're frustrated, all you need to do is just bring your attention to your breath and breathe in deeply 10 times. And once your parasympathetic nervous system is activated, that actually activates your creative center.
Right.
Now you're actually, your critical thinking capabilities go up because there is enough blood supply here in your brain, and the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for all these activities, it is activated.
Right.
Now your faculties are open for you to look at solutions 360 degrees. You're no more narrow focused and thinking that, it's after your life. So this is one. Focus on your breathing, and you can teach this to your children also, or your entire family can do this, or before going to bed you do this. For those of you who suffer from insomnia, this is fantastic. Just repeat and focus on your breath, and you will actually see that you slip into a deep state of sleep very fast. So the second Zen practice that I want to share with you is called Zazen. It's a Japanese word. Now, it is Japanese word for, it's actually derived from a Sanskrit word, which actually means dharana. Dharana is nothing but flow of state. Now, don't confuse it with dhyana. Dhyana means concentration, right? When we say dharana, we are actually bringing gentle awareness to this moment. So for this, what we suggest is for you to sit in a certain posture, which is with your spine erect. And if you want, you can have your back supported, your neck supported, absolutely okay. You can sit on a chair and do this. And then place your palms on your lap facing upwards. Now, when you do this, your lung capacity is increased, right? You'll be able to breathe in more deeply. And when you do this, and exhale also deeply, when you do this, you're releasing all the carbon dioxide. And then there is so much space in your lungs that you're able to breathe in more oxygen. So that way your full capacity of lung is being utilized. All right. So Zazen is nothing but, like I said, it is bringing your gentle awareness. So we ask you to keep your eyes open as well. One of the concepts of mindfulness is that living life in a meditative state. Most often when we say meditation, people think, shaving your head or wearing an orange robe, sitting in one corner, or cutting yourself off from life altogether. But when it comes to mindfulness or the Buddhist Zen practices, the idea is to get better at life, right? Not to cut off from it. The idea is to enjoy life even more. So Zazen practice actually tells you to sit wherever you are, sit comfortably with your spine straight, so that when you breathe, your faculties are completely open and 100% there. And then you are keeping your eyes open and bringing your gentle awareness to this moment. You're not judging anything. Your eyes are open. That means you're open to life. And you're just breathing in and breathing out and bringing your focus to your breath. This is the second one. So every day for 5 minutes, I encourage you all to do this practice. For those of you who find it a little difficult, you can actually step out on your balcony and just look around. Bring your awareness, complete awareness to the scene outside. Look at the skies, how blue they are. the birds chirping. Now we are able to hear the birds even more. And now the skies are bluer and clearer, right? Any of those, but just in silence, watch, observe, or stargaze in the night, but be 100% involved with life. The last practice I want to share with you guys is a very, very interesting one. It is one of my favorite Zen practices. It is called Oshoji. Again, it's a Japanese term. In Japan, they have this ritual, annual ritual. So what they do is, once a year, they bring all the things in their house into the center of the house. That means they move everything in the house and they pile everything in the center of the house. Okay. Right? Your clothes, your books, your cosmetics, toiletries, everything comes into the center of the house. And then they actually pick what they really, really want. And once they do that, actually it has been noticed that they discard 70% of the items. They realize that 70% of the items are not necessary. They're just something that we want. So that 101 outfit that you have, that is something that you want. It is not necessary. You already have 100 outfits, you see. And what they do is they purge incense. They give it away to those who need it. Or if it is useless, then they discard it. By this, what happens is they are actually getting rid of things that are no longer serving the purpose, that are unnecessarily taking up space, stagnating the energy. And finally, it is creating space for something new. Right? It's like your phone, right? Until you eliminate certain and clear up your memory, you will not be able to take new pictures or have new data. So they do this practice regularly. So I think this is a fantastic time for all the viewers, now that we have time, that you do this exercise with your family. And I recommend you to do it in one shot. And trust me, you will feel so much more different once you're done with this. Now, the second aspect of this, which again is my favorite, and I learned it from Om Swami, one of the teachers that I look up to, is decluttering your mind, your emotions. So most often than not, we have so much of negative emotions for so many things in our life, right? And we keep piling up that data. Like I said in the beginning, there are some of us, something might have happened years back, but we're still holding it today. And it is still troubling us. It's still taking up space. So I urge you all to do this short exercise, which will not take more than a few minutes. Okay. Shall we do it, Kumar?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So please take a book. While you guys are doing it, I'm going to do it too. All right. It's a beautiful practice. Everybody should practice it. Okay. Now, in this practice, I want you to think of all the negative people, or rather not so nice people in your life. You know, any person. It's a long list, but we'll do it with one person for now. Okay, think of just one person that comes to your mind who is creating negative emotions in your life. 1 or 2, 3, or whatever it is, right? Now, I want you to write down the name of that person. Now, I want you to write the emotion you feel towards this person, right? When the moment you think of this emotion, this person, what is the emotion that comes to your mind? It could be that of anger, disappointment, fear, jealousy, anxiety, worry, whatever it is. Just mention that emotion there. Okay. Now, it's okay if you feel like writing something negative. I mean, what exactly happened? It's okay to write, but try to keep it to 2 or 3 words, because we do not want to go into the entire. This is not a journaling practice. We do not want to go into this entire event that has happened. We are just naming it, naming the person, and naming the emotion. Okay. Now, I want you to tear that page and hold it in your hand, or just hold that page in your hand. I hope all the viewers
Yeah.
All the viewers have this name of that person or people and the emotions that you have. Okay. Now I want you all to close your eyes with this paper in your hand, like I'm doing to right now. Breathe in and gently breathe out. And focus on my words. Today, I'd like to commit myself to a different life. I'm going to forgive this person or these people whose name I hold in my hands right now. I'm doing this cleansing. I'm letting go of these emotions. This clutter has no more room in my heart. From this moment on, I don't want these emotions in my life. I never wanted them earlier, but due to my choices or karma, I had to live through this difficult situation. It made me angry. It made me sad. It made me envious of the other person. And it triggered all kinds of feelings in me. Feelings I did not want. I thought badly about that person or all those people who have wronged me. All the negative emotions they have triggered. Whatever be my unfinished business with them, whatever be the cause, I will no longer keep them in my heart or mind. I'm a beautiful being, an infinite soul, a part of the divine soul. These emotions I hold in my hands were never a part of me, and they will never be a part of me. These were my temporary thought and thoughtless reactions to what I was subjected to at that time. I feel the purity in my heart now, and I feel this purity in my mind. I feel the light. I feel the bliss. That's why I'm smiling naturally, because the impurities are gone from my system. I no longer want a karmic bond with these people. If some of them have to be in my life now and in the future, I will simply do my duty and choose not to harbor negativity towards any sentient being. I give no one the right. I give no one the power to trigger these emotions in me. My relationship with the divine, with the universe, is unblemished, unpolluted. It is beyond any pettiness or negativity. What I hold in my hands is the old me. It's my past, not my future. I flush my system these emotions. My tears from now on won't be of pain. They will be of bliss, of gratitude. Every person in my life is there for a reason. Let that be. I don't want to change anything in my life. I just want to reaffirm my commitment to myself that these emotions have no place in my life. Take a deep breath. Breathe in compassion, love, and kindness. Hold it. Breathe out all the negativity, fears, concerns, and worries. Whatever be your life, it's beautiful the way it is. With these emotions out of your system, you're full of bliss, peace, and light. Just let things be where they are. Focus on yourself. Feel the emptiness inside you, the presence of the infinite universe, which is beyond judgment and pain. I now urge you to open your eyes, tear up this paper into pieces, shred it, or simply crumble it and chuck it in the trash can, it's forever gone. Letting go is one of the fundamental principles of mindfulness. And when you practice mindfulness in your life, it brings you peace, happiness, and purpose to your life. So this is what it is.
Wow, it's fantastic. What an experience, Mallika. Thank you so much for taking me through, and the viewers. And viewers, if you want to do it again, you can just don't play this meditation again from the beginning. What a beautiful concepts on mindfulness, Mallika. I'm sure the inputs or the value that you are given in this conversation will definitely help all our viewers to go through this crisis, being very strong, being mindful. I'm sure we're going to come out of it soon. So thank you so much for all the valuable inputs. And people, let me know which technique you really like. Probably you can just comment below and let Mallika and me know that which technique you really liked. And if you want more information, please reach out to Mallika Rao on her private window. Thank you so much, Mallika, for your time for this wellness week. I'm sure all the viewers have gained so much of value from all the speakers that we had. And very soon we are coming with the summit. I'm going to share the date and the registration link somewhere in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for guiding us through this mindfulness.
So all the viewers, stay blessed, stay home, stay safe. And thank you, Kumar, for this. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Well, thank you.